All right, so welcome on back to 4WC 2020. I am still this one guy, hasn't changed, and we're gonna be bringing you the next matchup in the round of 16 in just a couple minutes here. It's gonna be Team Russia versus Team Brazil matchup. We'll send one team to the quarterfinals and one team down to losers bracket round 2. And we'll have all the action in this one for you in just a couple, as we said, of minutes. Should be, I think, an exciting one. Russia dropped a couple points to not Kazakhstan, to Slovakia last week. Not Kazakhstan, they played Poland. To Norway. No, who did they play, guys? Somebody tell me who Russia played. Thanks. It was Slovakia. That was right. Okay. And Russia dropped a point to Slovakia, which was, I mean, it doesn't mean they're vulnerable, but it was kind of surprising. I didn't expect to see them lose a map in that matchup. Brazil, meanwhile, had a tough go of things with a 6-3 victory over Japan. It was one of the closer matches last week, but they did escape that one. We'll see how they do going on in the next round. So I think this should be a fun match to bear witness to. We're getting into the warm-ups here, so we're gonna switch on over. We'll watch those, introduce our teams, and get things underway here. Please ignore the fact that the client is going to be super scuffed because it froze when it tried to load this warm-up the first time, so do not worry, never fear. It'll be fine once we get to the actual match, hopefully. Sort itself out by then. So on the left-hand side of your screen is going to be Team Russia, as we said, the number 5 seed following the qualifiers. Their captain is Okino Tori. Roster consisting of Suzuha, Trigger, DJ Eman, God of Death, Kinoro, Omachibaka, and Zombir. A lot of changes from their 2019 roster that got to the semifinals. See how this one stacks up. On the other side is going to be Brazil, invisible currently, but I know they've got at least a couple people in their lobby currently. Captain Dada, joined by Kanehime, Defans, Desperi, Guilherme Bulos, Kyo Tusk, the artist formerly known as Lucas Zubs, and ex Kirito. Brazil, another team that, you know, switched up some players, but they've got a pretty strong roster, so hopefully they'll be able to make this a cool match. First meeting, I think, teams in the tournament they've played. Really? I don't know if they played in 2000. This is basically was a Dada warm-up map. Go on into the second warm-up here in just a second. Get into match proper. So far today, we have seen China emerge victorious over France by a score of 6-3. Hong Kong over Taiwan 6-3 as well. We're in progress between the Netherlands and Indonesia currently. This is Brazil, obviously, on your screen right now, as well as Canada versus Ireland. We've got 3 matches going on right now. And this is going to be a Russia warm-up. I think I'm safe in guessing that. See if we can reset these clients here. Hey, there we go. Be able to see everybody playing the next format whenever it gets played, sooner or later today. I have this bad feeling that these lyrics are really graphic, but because they're in Russian, I have no idea what they're actually saying. I always have that concern with warm-ups that are in foreign languages, you know? Like, you just, it might be really, really graphic or racist or rude or something, and there's just no way of telling. This is a big ol' collab. Atix174, Tommy Phelps, Twiggy Coon, Eternal, Alumetry, Karanos, Nex, Fracture Hawkins, Smozit, Fukanamazat. I guess all involved in this one. It sounded by Alumetry. We're gonna look up the lyrics here. Okay, he's actually, this is just like an American rap song. I've got chains, gimme cash, $100, 100 bitches want me now, 100 bitches want my ice. So he's got money and he's got girls. That's basically all this song is. This entire song is just talking about he's got money, cars, ice, and girls. Honestly, that's a mood right there. Dude, Russian rap actually slaps. So does Polish rap. They're actually just fucking bangers. Like, I've heard a couple of songs by the group that did Mlodakrev, and like, all their stuff actually just slaps super fucking hard, and I don't understand a single word they're saying. You know you've done something right when that's the case. I have no clue who mapped what in this because the description doesn't actually say. With it only being 3 minutes long, but there's still like 10 mappers, it could be anything. Ooh, nice Buzz Slider stream, let's go. Why do I keep saying Buzz Slider stream? It's just a slider stream. Now turn the camera on me. Your girlfriend's jerking off to my sports car staying near the club. What? I don't know if that actually translates to what they think it does, but man, if it does, that's friggin' hilarious, dude. Holy shit, Russian rap is actually so good. Oh, thank you, Genius, for having English translation of Russian rap songs, dude. That's insane. I have this feeling, and from the Russian players that I've known, it actually bears out that Russians are like just these like degen memers as a community. Like, I think that's actually just dead ass the case, is that the Russian OC community is actually the most like degen meme-tastic place in the world, but it's so funny that it's fine. Alright, that's gonna do it for our warm-ups here. We're gonna go ahead and get into the rolls and then into our bands phase. Dada roll in the 21 for Brazil, Okinatori with, Okinatori with the 30 for Russia, so Russia will have their choice. First band, second pick, or second band, first pick. I like the option there. Komachi Baka with the S rank, by the way. Good player. That's pretty impressive. Dude, this beat actually slaps, man. NGL, this beat slaps. Whoa. All right, Russia choosing second band, first pick here, which means Brazil will have first band, second pick. Brazil instantly banning Hard Rock 3, like literally instantaneously the moment that Okinatori said that they wanted second ban. Brazil bringing out the Yosakura Fubuki ban. It's been banned a couple times now today, actually. It was France banned it against China, and Taiwan banned it against Hong Kong. Now Brazil has banned it against Russia. Is Hard Rock 3 going to be the loser ban this week? Because France and Taiwan both banned Hard Rock 3, and they both lost. And I don't know what's going to happen in this match. I hope it's good one way or another, but I think it's funny because Brazil is the underdog in this one. If they ban that and then lose, it's going to be Hard Rock 3 as the bad ban this week. Russia going to come back with the Hidden 1 ban. That one has been banned several times as well, actually. Team's not liking the Hidden Aim pick, I guess. That was banned out by Hong Kong as well. Kind of this week's equivalent to last week's Hidden 1. Similar kind of jump, aim, consistency, Hidden 1 pick. Brazil with the Nomad 4 ban that is number 39, so the alt map. No surprise there, Russia really, really good at alt. So nobody gonna get to play that against them. That's Brazil's 2 bans are going to be Hard Rock 3 and Nomad 4. Russia with the Hidden 1 first ban, Yorinaku Usagi wa Yume Omiru. Russia now with their 2nd ban to come. I don't know that they're going to have much fear of anything Brazil can throw at them, so we'll see what their 2nd ban is and with that in mind. Maybe they just ban Hidden 1 and Nomad 1, get rid of kind of the consistency aim picks. So we know what 3 instead, that is blowing. So Russia going to ban the kind of linear flow aim CS5 Nomad pick. Which is unfortunate because I do like that song quite a bit, but if you don't like to have that type of map available, then no big deal if you want. All good. We will have the first pick from Russia and Okinotori. Select first map of this. Who turned 21 scrim results? I will end you. I don't know what that means. Who turned 21 scrim results? Anybody know what he means by that? Let us know in the chat, because I have no idea what he means by that. Interesting. Russia got a first pick Nomad 1. Okay. So they banned Hidden 1. First pick Nomad 1. It is the Unhappy End World full version mapped by Kotachi. Highest star rating map in the pool at 6.4 stars. Also the longest map in the pool at 4 minutes and 23 seconds. It is a pretty standard Nomad 1. It's mainly consists of consistent aim sections interspersed with some burst streams. Kind of that Nomad 1 feel where you can miss at a lot of different random places and it always feels really bad when that happens. See how things go for these teams. We saw 2 FCs on this in the last match between Hong Kong and Taiwan. See if we get any more FCs in this matchup. I believe it was Shina Noriko with the FC for Taiwan. And who was the other one? Why can't I find it? Where did it go? I know they played it. Oh, there it is. Dragbit 2. That was the other FC. Chaos Litz had a 1 miss, 3-100. Dazzle Wind had a 1-101 slider break. And it looks like we are already set to go here. It's going to be Kinoro, Zombir, Okinotori, and Komachi Baka against Akanehime, X Kirito, Tusk, and Desperi. We'll see how Nomad 1 goes for these squads. Well, not starting off well for Russia. Zombie just kind of inted that first pattern. Maybe not quite warmed up for the Nomad 1 map here. Brazil gets the luxury of starting off with a little bit of a lead, but obviously with that being in the first 10 seconds of a 4-minute long map, it's really going to be pretty meaningless in the grand scheme of things. And not sure what happened there, though. That was very strange. This is one of those maps where you just kind of don't see people missing until the hard part, hopefully. You shouldn't at least see people missing until the hard part. You know, there's kind of the standard Nomad 1 where there's like a jump section, then the first key eye with a couple of jump sections in it. You get the second verse, and you get some more jumps. Very standard Nomad 1 in terms of the overall layout of the map. And into some jumps here we go. No breaks there. Both teams looking very strong on this pick through the first third of the map. About 640 combo in, just the one break at the very beginning from Zombie. Brazil with a small lead. That's going to grow a little bit as Kinoro finds a break just before this break. A little slider break, it looks like, in fact. That is suboptimal for Russia. Brazil has a little bit of a free combo section here as well to build up that advantage. It's 4 FCs to 2. Almost 3, really. Zombie are only behind about 20,000 points. But Brazil does have a 100,000 point lead, so let's see what they can do with it. Very good act on just about everyone. Tusk with the 1x100 as well as X-Kirito. Okinotori still holding the SS, but he misaims. Boy, the instant I looked over at his screen, he had that misaim. So that's another FC now gone for Russia. Meanwhile, Brazil still holding on to 4. Lead is going to grow. See if they can make it through this jump section and then the bridge. That's going to be important. They do. A little bit of 1/3 drop, a couple of hundreds, but no misses, and that's the important part. 4-way alive for Brazil, and they're going to see if they can build up a big enough lead to be really unstoppable here into the ending. Got to get through the bridge first, though. One little awkward stream here, nobody misses. Second little stream, nobody misses there either. A couple hundreds dropped for a few different players, Kanehime notably, but still the FCs for Brazil intact. Zombie Komachi Baka doing everything they can here for Russia. Kanehime is going to be the first one to break for Brazil, but they have 3 FCs still alive, and they're up by 400,000 points, so it's not going to be the worst feeling. Tusk with a break as well. It is now 2 FCs to 2. Combo advantage in favor of Russia, but not a lot of map left to go. 400,000 point lead for Brazil. If Brazil kind of shits the bed at the ending and Russia FCs the rest, they could have a chance, but otherwise this one is looking like a possible break point, especially with that miss from Zombie on those reverse sliders. I think this might be a Brazil point. As long as X-Kirito and Desperi hold on, which they're looking like they're going to do just fine. Zombie with another miss. This is going to be Brazil taking the early break point. And this is kind of the risk you run when you first pick Nomad 1. It is a little bit of a toss-up because if you just miss somewhere random and you lose a ton of score, like you can just lose the map right off that. You know, Kinoro and Okinotori just one miss apiece, but neither of them is going to finish over 650k. So that was, you know, kind of Nomad 1 exemplified is really what happens on that type of map. X-Kirito will finish out the FC for Brazil, and it's going to be a break point by about 500,000 points to start things off. Kinoro missing a few more times at the end there, but you can see the effects of one miss on a Nomad 1 from the score from Okinotori there. 648k with a 5x100 and 1x miss seems kind of ignominious, but it's at 913 of 1580 combo. That's what happens. You just can't afford to miss halfway through a Nomad 1 or you lose a lot of score. Very good scores from Brazil. 3 misses and an FC across their team and a 1-0 early lead on the first pick break point. This is, I don't know, I mean, this is no mod 1 mode, right? That's like, anybody can win any no mod 1. There's so few no mod 1s that a team just, like, that end up feeling like it wasn't at least a little bit of RNG involved, because literally Okinotori misaimed one circle. He overaimed one circle, and his score went from 1,000,000 points to 648,000. Like, I don't know, I mean, that's a difference of literally 350,000 points, and they lost by 504. So it technically still wouldn't have mattered, but like, same thing with Kinoro, right? If he doesn't miss that one note halfway through at 884 combo, even if he has all of the other misses at the end, he also ends up at about like 800k. So those two misses, I mean, that's like 500,000 points right there. That's the difference between the two teams. Our two misses 2/3 of the way through the map. And that's the problem I have with no mod 1 personally as kind of an ideal, is if you miss anywhere other than the very beginning or the very end, you lose so much score that you just lose the pick if the other team does well. And now Brazil is going to opt into double time number 2 as their first pick of this match. That is Train, the Philosopher difficulty. This, despite being AR 10.3, may well be the easiest map in this pool. It has like one mildly difficult section at the beginning, and then there's just free combo, and it's only 1 minute and 45 seconds long. You know, I genuinely try not to criticize map pools in tournaments that I'm helping host, but like, I think this map is just way too easy because it just has so much of it. When it's a map that's this short, you have to have the entire thing be difficult instead of having one difficult section, the rest is free combo. So I think this is a little bit of a suboptimal pick, and it again is one that kind of gets tossed up to RNG, because if you miss anywhere, you just auto lose. We saw that happen in the first match with Hong Kong and Taiwan. Like, if you miss, you're done. It's over. So we're gonna see how this one goes. Brazil throwing the coin flip up, and in about 1 minute 45 seconds, we'll see which side it's gonna land on. I mean, God of Death, Zombie, DJ Eban, and Suzuha for Russia. Defons, X Kirito, Tusk, and Desperi for Brazil. And we should be able to get going. There we are. Underway, second map of the match. And Air 10.3, couple little stream sections, but you know, it's only at 203 BPM, so it's really not that fast or anything. And once you get through this section, the map just kind of is over. So that early break from Tusk literally could be the difference between winning and losing for Brazil. We are getting the usual DT lag in the client, of course, no surprise there, but there's a break from God of Death, trading it on back over. So Brazil with the combo advantage. Russia with the AC advantage, though, may prove to be important. And that's like the map, right? Russia is up by 100,000 points, but the combo advantage by about 125, maybe 130, is in favor of Brazil. Actually, a little more than that. So with that combo advantage, we'll see if they can bring the score back in this section. You know, Russia has a pretty notable accuracy lead, right? You've got 98, 98, 98, 98. Meanwhile, Brazil has X Kirito down at 95, Desperi down at 96, and despite the combo lead, they may just be staying behind in this unless Russia finds another break, which they do. Zombie finds a miss. We'll see. No, Kirito finds a miss for Brazil, though. This is going to be very close. I think it could go over to Brazil with that combo lead. It does, because X Kirito and Zombie broke close to each other. This is going to flicker in the last seconds here, though. Spin to win, lads. And it looks like by 3,000 points, we're going to check the MP link, by 2,000 points, Brazil end up winning it on the last spinner. The double FC from Defons and Desperi matching the double FC from DJ Eban and Suzuha. But the minor combo lead for X-Kirito over God of Death ends up being the difference maker despite the accuracy discrepancy between the teams. It is Brazil taking the 2-0 advantage, both teams scoring 4 million points. Yeah, I think this map is maybe a little bit too easy because that's 3 4 million point scores on this already in just 2 matches. That's 2,000 points, by the way, guys. Just throwing it out there. It's literally 2,000 points. And, you know, a couple of 100s, 1 miss, that's all that separates it. Less than a miss, really. That's Brazil, though. The coin flip lands, and it is a green, yellow, and blue flag. Brazil now 2-0. They consolidate their break point. A lot of match left to go, though. Best of 11. They've still got to win 4 more points. Where is Dada? Well, that was 10.3, so Dada was not in. That's... It's gonna be Nomad 2 as the pick here from Russia, so that is going to be Resurrection Spell once again. Saw this one previously, of course, Hong Kong versus Taiwan. It's a couple long streams and a couple of little 1/3 streams with a little bit of cut stream spacing going on in them. Then a very tricky ending. Not a simple, easy, straightforward type of Nomad 2. BPM. The average does go up to 200, so down to 90. Gotta be kind of on your toes for those rhythm and BPM changes. Got players in, so I wonder if we're already set to go here very quick. It's really a 120 BPM stream map because the 1/3 streams are like kind of awkward and difficult. Those can be the hardest part of the map for some people. We do have GLHFs coming out in chat, so it looks like we're set to go here. It's gonna be Okinotori, Zombie, DJ Eban, and Suzuha against Defons, X-Kirito, Tusk, and Dada. Did he change his name? Wasn't he Tusk all caps a week ago, and now he's Tusk lowercase? Kind of weird. I swear it was Tusk with all caps, but maybe I'm just stupid. Anyway, Russia looking to put a point on the board here. Still gonna see if they can get another break point. Working on the upset train here is that Brazilian roster. And into the streams we're gonna go right about now. Dada missing on literally nothing. That's gonna give the early advantage to Russia in the first 150 combo. Not a lot to really miss on in these streams, honestly. They're not very spaced unless you just miss tap like Suzuha appears to have done. Oh, what? Suzuha, you okay there, man? What the heck? You alright, bro? That did not go well for him. Advantage Brazil. The lead's gonna flicker on over. That's really gonna. I mean, he dropped a ton of hundreds. Act down under 90%. Bunch of hundreds, bunch of misses. I'm not really sure what occurred there. A little note lock, maybe. Finger lock. Act lock. That act lock, dude, is very high accuracy in the others. But here we go into the 1/3 stream. Zombie is gonna find a break as well. So Okinotori and DJ Aben, the only combos left alive. Brazil, meanwhile, 3FC is Dada with another break, but Kirito Defense and Tusk all holding on to combos. Not anymore, Defense does find a break. Suzuha continuing to drop more accuracy, but does have his combo back together. It is 2 FCs to 2. I'm believing, though, in favor of Russia. Accuracy as well. Brazil having a lot of trouble with accuracy on everyone other than Tusk. Russia should be able to bring this one on back in the last quarter. It's going to flicker right on over. There it goes. Barring anyone completely dying in this last section, Russia should have this one pretty comfortably because Brazil has such poor accuracy. Boy, it's going to be close, though. Anybody somehow breaks in the ending and Brazil holds on? I mean, this one's still pretty tight. Only about 50,000 points. Not a big advantage here for Russia by any means. But no... Ooh, a break from Xavier Suzuha and Eben at the very end. Is it going to be enough for Brazil to come back? No, it is not. Oh my gosh, that was so close. Russia almost just completely fell apart at the end there and escaped by the skin of their teeth. 4,400 points. Wow, we have had 2 picks already back to back by a total discrepancy of 6,400 points. Man, Brazil was so close to taking advantage of those misses from Russia at the end. That aim section into that stream, you can lose a lot of score quickly, but just not quite enough. That could have been 3-0 for Brazil right there. They were very close to taking advantage of Russia struggling, but just not quite enough. Wait, our other 2 matches have both already ended. Okay, so we have Netherlands by a score of 6-1 over Indonesia. Indonesia with the Hard Rock 3 ban, and Canada 6-1 over Ireland. Ireland with the Hard Rock 3 ban. Okay, so 4 teams have banned Hard Rock 3, and all 4 of those teams have lost. Guys, are we doing the thing from last week again? Can we not do the thing from last week again? Jeez, man. So, while we're waiting in between maps here, it's going to be Netherlands advancing to face off against the winner of this match. And Canada advancing to face off against France. Ireland is the first team to be eliminated from this year's 4-digit World Cup. Good on them to just make it into the bracket stage at all. But overmatched really by most of the teams in this tournament. I think I'm aware I had the matchup in the wrong order for Canada versus Ireland. Whoopsie. Should have been Ireland versus Canada. Ireland on the left and Canada on the right. I guess it doesn't really matter. It's gonna mildly bother me though. Okay, so that does mean we have our first actual matchup set up for losers round 2 for next week. It's gonna be France versus Canada, which is kind of funny in a way, actually. Anyway, back over here, it's going to be a free mod pick coming in from Brazil. Free mod number 2. Kiri Kigaku Shoujo Toshonen no Uta Gusts another. It's the CS5 AR8 free mod for the week. 5.13 stars, hidden 5.92 stars. Hard Rock. One of the longest maps in the pool as well, 4 minutes and 7 seconds. Big fans of maps, I guess. We have Trigger on the hidden pick for Russia. Hard Rock for DJ Eban, Zombir, and Komachi Baka, both no mod. Brazil similarly gonna have 1 Hard Rock, 1 hidden on Defense and X Kirito. Meanwhile, Kanehime and Dada no mod AR8. So that's gonna be a lot of AR8 no mod for these guys. This map is just really long. I don't know. We had one of the higher difficulties of this set in USC as a free mod pick there, but this one is the CS5 AR8 diff rather than one of the higher diffs. CS4 AR9, I believe. I think this is a pretty good pick for both of these teams, really. I don't know that this favors either one of them in particular. But if Brazil feels very good, which they are looking to feel so far, then you can understand it as a pick. A lot of high accuracy. Still the SS on X Kirito, Kanehime, and Komachi, or excuse me, DJ Eban. Still not a single break from any player. Reaching up toward 500 combo in. A little bit of accuracy dropped by Defense, but staying pretty even thus far. Kanehime still on the SS with his no mod, the only SS left. Machibaka looks to have dropped a single 100. DJ Eban and Zombie are a couple hundreds each, as well as Dada. 4 FCs to 4 at 611. Make that 612 combo. It's almost exactly halfway through. Brazil with an 11,000 point lead, which is really nothing at all. That is just the placement of 100s because the accuracy is so close. Teams making this map look very, very easy. Oh, but Kirito does find the break for Brazil. There goes the hidden FC. And, I mean, that could just lose them the pick right there. That's going to give the lead over to Russia, and there's only a quarter of the map left to go. Russia still has not found a single break, nor have they looked anywhere close to it. Everyone keeping high accuracy. Trigger a little bit lower, but on the AR8 hidden, we'll give him a pass. Oh, but Trigger does find a break, so both hidden FC is now gone. Combo advantage to Brazil. Time to bring this one back here at the very ending. It's going to be quite close, but it's about 170 combo lead. No! Dada breaks his Nomad FC. I think that's going to end it. Oh, man. Brazil could have had the opportunity. They had a couple hundred combo lead on X Kirito over Trigger, but that break from Dada, I think, is going to decide the map in favor of Russia. Oh, you hate to see it, man. Another break from Trigger at the end, but it's just not going to matter as Dada breaks once again as well. Couple FCs for both teams, but Russia just a little bit higher score with that triple FC on Zombie, DJ Eban, and Komachi Baka. Defense and Kanehime with the FCs for Brazil. 1x100 on Kanehime, very impressive play, but X Kirito and Dada Suffering out a couple breaks near the ending there, and it was enough for Russia to take the victory on that point, tie things up at 2-2. The break point evened back out now. All right, next pick from Russia is going to be Nomad 5. We're going to get to see this map for the first time. Toa no Utage, the Tanuki remix by Ioban. Master difficulty by Sing. This is like the best song in this pool. Do not at me. 5.73 stars, 3 minutes and 13 seconds, 170 BPM, so relatively low BPM. Another, you know, kind of straightforward light slider aim tech pick. A little bit akin to Kodama in the same slot last week in the Nomad 5 position. The song is literally so good, dude. All right. Russia with the somewhat tech map pick. Gonna have Okinotori, Trigger, Komachibaka, and Kinoro taking on Defan's X, Kirito, Tusk, and Kyo for Brazil. See if they can take their first lead of this match, if they are victorious on their own pick here. If so, Brazil seeing if they can get another break point here, though. Kind of like trademark Sing style, I guess you could say. Just like slider aim stuff. Really break from Tusk for Brazil. Look at those sliders go, man. Look at them go. Trigger finding the break for Russia. 3FC's 3. Man, look at that lag go. Holy cow. One miss per team, small combo advantage to Brazil. Accuracy lead in favor of Russia, though. Able to hold on to their lead for now. Very impressive accuracy, really, from all the Russian side. Machibaka 99.74, Okinotori 99.5, Kinoro 99.5. Very good stuff from them on the AC front. Brazil with a very, very small combo lead. Husk over Trigger about 6,000 points, but accuracy keeping Russia intact for the moment. 1,000 points separating the two teams. About halfway through. Brazil is going to get a little bit of free accuracy here, so that's going to help them out a bit. Still have Defon's X-Kirito and Kyo on the FCs, as well as Okinotori, Kamachibaka, Kinoro. This is going to be very close once again at this rate. Still have the map to come, though. This one's almost dead even. About 15,000 points, maybe? And here we go into the second breakdown. Things are going to get a little more intense here. Who will be the next to break, if anyone? That's the question. It's going to be Tusk once again. Trigger this time holds on, and X-Kirito is gone as well. That should probably seal this one, unless all 4 members of Russia break very soon. There goes Trigger, but they've got to have a couple more breaks for Brazil to have any sort of chance, and I don't know that that's likely to happen. Kyo going to trade breaks with Kinoro. And it is just Defon's trying to take on Okinotori and Kamachibaka by himself, so Russia now in the driver's seat in this one. 300,000 points, going to be the lead here shortly, and they should be able to take this point and a 3-2 lead with it in just a matter of moments. That's a very good play from Russia's side. Okinotori and Kamachibaka both with really good AC FCs. Almost dead even accuracy, actually, it looks like. They might finish with the exact same AC. Bonds with the FC for Brazil, but only the one on that side, and that is not good enough, unfortunately. And it is the exact same 99.58% accuracy for Okinotori and Kamachibaka, 4 100s apiece. Couple extra slider ends, though, from Okinotori. Kamachibaka did not drop a single slider end. That's actually really impressive on that map. That's a very good play from him. Does end up with a top score over Okinotori by 2,000 points. And that's 3-2 lead now in favor of Russia for the first time on top of the scoreboard. S ranks for all 4 members of Brazil, but everyone suffering at least everyone but Defon suffering at least one slider break. This match, very interesting, you know. It could have been 3-0 Brazil. And then things could have been interesting from there. Or 3-1. Yeah, 3-0. 4,000 points on Resurrection spell, but instead Russia won that and the next 2 points after it as well, so they're back in the lead. The momentum in their favor. Brazil does have the next pick, though, so they can try to right the ship here a little bit. It's going to be a DT pick here from Team Brazil. It's going to be DT number 3. That is Melody. The 2-minute 30-second 6-star 262 BPM DT. Got 8 players in the lobby. Should be about set to go here. Anybody feel like these matches are going a lot slower today than they did last week? Pretty much the matches took like an hour. I mean, I guess they were maybe more one-sided. Seems like they were going faster. I don't know. It's gonna be Okinotori, Trigger, Suzuha, Zombie against Defon's, X, Kirito, Tusk, and Kuyo. If Brazil can stop this slide, 3 points in a row so far for Russia here. Brazil on the back foot a little bit now. Russia firmly in the driver's seat, as we say. Got that momentum on their side. I don't know that I have Brazil kind of pegged as a speed team, but we'll see how this one goes for them. I thought this more of a Russia map, but maybe I am just mistaken. Already 2 misses for Brazil, though. Defons and Kuyo breaking the first 200 combo. Russia going to take an early advantage of about 50,000 points or so once we get through this slow part. Tusk going to break as well. Brazil already down 3 of its 4 FCs. Trigger will be the first to break for Russia. That's a little bit surprising. I don't know if I would have expected it to be him missing, but his accuracy suffering as well. Zombie are going to follow up. Okinotori and Suzuha, the FCs left against Defon's Annex Kirito with the big combo for Brazil. 47,000 point lead for Russia at this point. Combo advantage, though, somewhat in favor of Brazil. It's pretty close. This one's going to stay very tight for the time being. Kuyo with another break. Open Russia out just a tad. Tough spot to be in here if you're Brazil. You really just got to hold on to all your combo that you possibly can. Halfway through the map is a very bad place to be dropping combo, and they know that. And into the second chorus we will go. Okinotori and Suzuha still making this look easy. Their double FC intact, and Trigger and Zombie are putting the combo back together. Not Zombie anymore. Does find a miss. Fonz and X Kirito going to do what they can for Brazil here. It's going to be another break from Trigger as well. That's big combo advantage now in favor of Brazil. That was not a good place to miss. Tusk and Kuyo have a lot of combo between them, and this is going to come back over to the Brazil side as long as they don't find a couple of breaks in this next section of the map here. Trigger breaking once again, not having a good time here. What is he doing, man? I'm actually really surprised. I don't know what he's missing on, but it's helping Brazil out a lot, and they are going to take their first lead off this pick. Tusk and Kuyo gonna be that backing combo for the double FC, still alive on Defon's, well, almost double FC on Defon's against X Kirito. Okinotori and Suzuha double FC for Russia, but they just don't have anything behind them at all. Zombie are kind of building things back up, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. Kuyo does break here near the end, though. Oh, that could be interesting here. If Defon's or X Kirito breaks at the end, this could get interesting, but I think for now it's gonna stay on the side of Brazil. Kuyo breaking once again, but it was enough. Still had a sufficient lead, and again, another ridiculously close point. That one ends up 8,900 points. Margin of victory for Brazil. This is a ridiculously close match, ladies and gentlemen. We've had 3 points now decided by under 10,000 points. Somehow, some way, these teams are just hanging on at the very end of their picks. Whether it was Russia holding on the end of Resurrection Spell, Brazil holding on at the end of Melody here by under 10,000 points, and Brazil now ties it up 3-3. That means we have kind of the feeling of a best of 5 on our hands, but with a bit of a restricted pool, considering we've got 6 maps and 4 bands already gone. This one is, shall we say, close. And it is now 1 o'clock on the first Saturday of the month, which here in my home state means that we're going to have a test of our emergency alarm system, which I don't know the last time we actually used, but they still do it. So if you guys hear any background noise that sounds like a siren, do not be afraid. It is merely a test of the emergency system. I don't think you guys will be able to hear it. It's outside. I don't have any open windows or anything, but just in case, nothing to be afraid of. 1 o'clock local time, first Saturday of the month for my entire life. It's going to be the Nomad 6 pick here. This is something that I would expect out of Russia. That is the kind of team that they are typically known for being in this tournament, is very strong at these kind of awkward, gimmicky type of picks. And you saw them victorious on Toanu Utage, and they come back with this as their next selection, Evening Primrose. 5.53 star Yaspo diff. with some low BPM awkwardness to its name. Looks like we might be set here for this pick too. We've got Okinotori, Trigger, Komachi Baka, Zombie, Bonds, Dada, Tusk, Akane Hime. 3-3 tied up score. Should be another pick on paper that favors Russia, but of course, gotta play the map still. Can't just say, oh, they're kind of favored in this, so they win it. Play to win the game. We're not talking about practice. We're talking about the real thing. This is another one that Okinotori and Komachi Baka are going to be, I think, a couple stars on for Russia. Very, very good at this type of pick. That being said, Defon's looked really good for Brazil on Tono Utage. This is the type of map that I think Dada can probably do quite well on also. Hanehime, of course, will do well on pretty much everything, so I think this one should be pretty contested once again. There's a lot of little things you can miss on, though, this map. Not ever really give it to you easily. No free combo to be had. Zombie finding that out the hard way. First break of the map. Bill's going to take a bit of a lead here. Just under halfway through. Once again, Russia with a pretty solid accuracy lead. Two highest stack performances so far on the map on Okinotori and Komachi Baka. Same thing that they did on Toa no Utage. This is kind of a combo map, realistically. Come into the next harder section. Some slider aim requirement comes into play. It's going to be a break from Trigger. That is 2 FCs now gone for Russia. Brazil with still 4 FCs intact. The opportunity is there for the taking. And Brazil seize this moment and try to take another break point, a 4-3 lead with it. Their accuracy not too bad, really. 3 members at 97 or above. The first break comes from Dada. Getting close towards the end, though, and it is a 200,000 point lead. It's going to drop, though. If anybody else breaks for Brazil, this is going to get dicey. For now, though, 3 FCs to 2. Combo advantage still in their favor, not by a lot. There's another break from Trigger, though, for Russia. Defon's and Okinotori then going to trade break, so it is just Komachi Baka left with the FC for Russia. And there goes Zombier's combo as well. Brazil is going to have this one in the bag. Komachi Baka breaking as well near the end, and that's going to be that. Russia suffering near the end in this map, and Trigger leaves before it's even over on your screen, so that was a Brazil win anyway. But it's going to look even more dominant. Trigger very displeased, I think, by his performance on that, and that is a Brazil break point. It's a 4-3 lead. It is a double FC from Tusk and Akane Hime. As we said, Akane Hime, the type of player who could do well on that map, 97% FC. Now Brazil in the lead with the pick. Are they poised for a big upset here? I think not many people would have expected Brazil to come out and look this strong against Russia, but they're performing quite well in this match so far. And they have the pick now. Try to take a 5-3 lead, give themselves 2 match points. That would mess up a lot of pick'ems, I think. Question is, what is the map going to be? They lost on Toa no Utage, but then they won on Evening Primrose, so what does that say about the strengths of these teams respectively? Because those are kind of similar maps in terms of both being gimmicky, both requiring some slider aim. Different BPM though and everything, so different feel to him now. Got a pick for Brazil. And again, you know, this match could be over in Brazil's favor. Or they could at least be up 5-3 or 5-2 right now. You know, that 4,000 point difference on Resurrection spell. Though I guess, you know, if you're gonna give that to them, you've got the 2,000 point victory on Train that Brazil won. So that's kind of a coin flip between those two picks. And it is going to be Hidden 3, Lost Desire, Captains Beyond. 170 BPM, CS 4.2 air, 9.4. Hidden pick here. Brazil wins this. It's up to Russia with their last pick to try and stay alive. It'll be match point in favor of Brazil. Of course, if Russia wins it, it's 4-4 tie, and we have both teams' last pick to come to determine the outcome of the match into a potential tiebreaker. Into the hidden pick we go here, minus X Kirito. We'll see if we can get him loaded in. It's me, Okinotori, Kinoro, Komachi Baka, Zombie for Russia, Defans, Dada, Tusk, and X Kirito for Brazil. And did everyone just break? Like, what? Okinotori, Kinoro, Defans, and Tusk all breaking. Dada, X Kirito. Okay, I don't even know what's going on anymore. This tournament client is so sick. Really a lead for Russia, it looks like. Interesting picking a hidden map like this into the Russian side, but again, Brazil probably feeling comfortable about it. And into the first KI, we are gonna go. Russia holding on to a bit of an advantage with those early breaks from Brazil. It's going to be relatively close. That lead's not going to grow all that much right at the moment. Already about halfway through this, another relatively short pick. Tusk going to find a break on that split stream. That's not a good spot to miss exactly halfway through. That's going to absolutely destroy his score potential. Russia now with about 130,000 point lead. Like Okinotori and Zombie are still in those FCs, as well as Dada and X Kirito. Machi Baka just a little bit behind. Something really bad is going to have to happen to Russia in this section of the map if Brazil's going to have any sort of chance. Kinoro and Okinotori, as well as Komachi Baka, all going to break. X Kirito, the only one to break for Brazil. Dada, Defans, and Tusk all holding on. Just Zombie with a combo for Russia as we're going to come into the near ending of the map. It is still 150,000 point lead for Russia, but Brazil has a lot of combo advantage to try and make up that deficit. There goes Dada, though. Maybe that chance just slammed shut with that miss, unfortunately, but Defans and Tusk are going to do what they can to try and bring this one back at the ending here. Any further breaks from Russia could give Brazil a chance, but I think it's going to be about too late now, unfortunately. Just the ending here to play out, and it does go in favor of Russia. They tie it up at 4-4 with another break point. Another very close pick, 55,000 points, the margin for Russia's victory on that pick. Russia really kind of fell apart in that difficult stream section, but unfortunately Brazil was just not able to capitalize. Dada's miss near the end there could have been the difference if he had been able to get, you know, even just a 900k score with that very strong accuracy, 99% the best in the lobby. He could have carried that one for Brazil, but unfortunately it was just not to be. And we now have one pick for each team remaining to determine this match. There is a lot of pressure now on both rosters. What is your best remaining map in this pool? We don't have a lot left. Excuse me. No nomads. We've got, I believe, Winter Diamond. I believe you have Fuego and Yellowhead Joe. Maybe Applique or Evans. I believe you've got those left available in the free mod pool. I don't know. This is tricky. Hard Rock 3 was banned out by Brazil, so that is not available, as well as Nomad 4. Russia banning Hidden One, and what was their other ban? Hit Nomad 3, I believe, was another ban, right? Or no, it was, yeah, Nomad 3. We've got what? 2 Hard Rocks, 2 DTs, 2 free mods. Watch back with the roll 2 command. Just roll a 1. What 2 maps was that deciding between, maybe? It's gonna be Hard Rock 1. It's gonna be Fuego as the last pick here for Russia. 6.29 stars, 2 minutes 52 seconds, 200 BPM, secret pipe. DNB Hard Rock 1. Not DNB, I guess that's the wrong. What? Sakura, you know, Cone Sound, it's like, oh, geez, what's the name of that genre? Help me here. It's just not coming to my brain. The same genre as, like, or something. I guess D&B kind of works, but that's not really what I'm going for. Anyhow, it's the genre for like Boogie and stuff like that, or Amber's Love, and I just the term is just not coming to me, and I don't know why, but it doesn't really make a difference. I think we are set to go here. It's gonna be Suzuha, DJ Iban, Komachi Baka, Okinotori against Defans, Guillermo Bulos, Akane Hime, and Kyo. This is really important here. If Brazil can sneak a break point, they'll have their own pick at match point to try and close out the match without a tiebreaker. However, if Russia wins, Brazil has to win their own pick to try and avoid losing the entire match. So a lot on the line here with this one, as you would expect. Neurofunk, thank you. Good God, Neurofunk. Yes, that is exactly it. Come on. Client, work with me. All right. Well, here we go. A lot on the line here. Very important pick. Next 2 picks, really equally important. Who will emerge victorious from these 2 maps that we're about to play? But the HP bars weren't in sync. That was funny. Got a little bit of a slow intro here. Get to build up just a bit of combo. Early break from Komachi Baka. Right at the beginning of this section, too. Not optimal. Gonna be about 100 combo behind the rest of the players. Machibaka is somebody known for his hard rock game too, so that's a little surprising, but Kyoyo gonna come back with a break of his own for Brazil. So 3 FCs to 3. Make that 3 FCs to 2 for Brazil as Suzuha finds a little bit of a blunder. Does break for himself a couple times. Kyoyo with another miss. Brazil still in the lead here. Kyoyo really struggling, but Kamachibaka and Suzuha not having a great time either. As long as the other 3 can hold on for Brazil, they'll be okay. But a very small lead here. Not even 20,000 points. Got DJ Aban and Okinotori with the FCs. Defans, Kanahime, and Guilherme Bulos with the FCs for Brazil. Trying to get through at least to the halfway point here with their FCs alive, and they do. Into the next difficult section we will go. And is anybody gonna make a big mistake here? Because this is not the sort of place you want to miss. Players looking pretty comfortable with the aim so far. Suzuha, Kamachibaka, and Kyoyo all getting their combo back together. Guilherme Bulos will find the next break for Brazil. Oh, there goes their margin as Kyoyo breaks as well. This one's gonna go back over to Russia. Suzuha does break too, but Kamachibaka still has a combo. There goes a Kanahime as well. Oh, why did he miss there, man? Brazil down to just Defans. Meanwhile, Russia with DJ Ban and Okinotori on the FCs and Kamachibaka with a big combo backing them up. Russia's gonna take a big lead now. That's not the sort of place you can miss in a map like this. Brazil is going, in fact, to Brazil. They're staying in Brazil. They're not being allowed to leave Brazil. Somebody just put up a big wall. It looked like they were gonna escape, and they just ran headfirst into it. Very unfortunate. But that is gonna be Russia taking the point, and they will take a 5-4 lead. This one ended up looking a lot more one-sided in terms of score than I think it actually was. It's gonna be about a 500,000 point win, but it really was a lot closer than that. And so that means Brazil down 5-4 will now have the last pick of the match to try to force a tiebreaker. We'll see if they can do it, or if Russia can close this out with a 6-4 win. It's gonna be close. Map just didn't end. Thanks, Osu. 5-4. Can we talk for a second about Defans? That dude is playing real well. Brazil is going to go ahead and pick double time number 4 as the last pick of this match. If they win it, we go to tiebreaker. And if they lose it, Russia win, and they advance onward in the winner's bracket while Brazil drops down losers. So, just a mildly important map here. Just a slightly important map. Like, you know, I'm holding my fingers together, like, just a little important, this one. Now, this match, with the potential to be the first tiebreaker of the tournament now, if Brazil can win this one. We haven't seen a DT pick in quite some time. What was the last DT we even saw? It was, Melody, like 4 points ago, which Brazil won by, 9,000 points. So, they've got history on their side on DT in this match so far, but, no? Anything can happen on a short little DT pick. Oh, nice. Everybody's on the wrong map. Thank you. It's just 1 minute 51 seconds, so another short DT. Entire DT pick pool is relatively short. Gonna get underway with it. This is Brazil with Defan's Dada, Kanehime Desperi trying to stay alive, send this one to a tiebreaker. Russia with Suzuha, DJ Iban, and Zombie and God of Death going to try to close out the match with, again, superior accuracy. A lot of finger control involved in this one. As you can see, the doubles and triples quite tricky. Buzz sliders and short to 1/4 kick sliders as well. So you've got a lot of little things to miss on, kind of less mechanical in terms of raw aim or speed, more about the finger control and those small movements. DJ Eban gonna be the first to break, followed up immediately by God of Death. Brazil's gonna have an early advantage here. 4 FCs to just 2 now for Brazil, or for Russia, excuse me. Brazil looking really strong, just past a third of the way into this one. See how long they can keep these combos up. This is a very bad place to break right at halfway through. Dada does break, but so do DJ Eban and Zombie. Defan's Desperi and Kanehime all keeping up their full combos. Suzuha, the only FC for Russia. They make it through that dangerous halfway mark. No, Desperi does find a break for Brazil, so that opens the door back up just a little bit. That was a bit of a mistake, I think. That's a tough spot to break on, but Zombie with a miss for Russia, still just Suzuha. Oh, there goes Defan's FC as well. It is Suzuha versus... Oh my god! Suzuha, DJ Iban, God of Death, Defans, and Dada all breaking at the same time. Kanehime holding on. That may have just decided this one. This is a huge carry performance from Kanehime on the absolute most important part of the match. For him to perform like this, he does what he needs to do. A break near the very end, but that is enough for Brazil. A big victory on DT number 4, a 700,000 point win for Brazil, and that ties it up 5-5. We are going to be going to our first tiebreaker of the tournament, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to see Core of Spark between Russia and Brazil to determine the winner of this match. When was the last time I had a tiebreaker in any tournament that I'm running? I legitimately, like, there was one tiebreaker, I think, in the entirety of USC, Colorado versus Massachusetts. I can still remember what match it was because it was the only one. Before that, like, when was the last tiebreaker in, like, Suiji, for example? I don't even know, to be honest. It's been a long time. Oh, they had a tiebreaker in the losers bracket final between Pocket Gala and Milky Warfare. That's right. That was a long time ago, man. That was June the 21st, so almost 2.5 months ago. This is so huge. This would be such a big, meaningful upset for Brazil if they can win this one. I mean, you know, your tiebreaker is kind of like a No Mod 1-ish type of pick, right? And if you guys remember back almost an hour and a half ago, about an hour ago, I should say, we did see Russia first picking No Mod 1 and Brazil won it, backed by X-Kirito's FC, and you will see him in for this pick. It is almost their No Mod 1 lineup. You've got Tusk, X-Kirito, and a Kanehime, just Defans coming in place of Desperi. Meanwhile, Russia, Okinotori, DJ Eban, Komachi Baka, and Kinoro just switching in DJ Eban for Zombie. Both teams running very similar rosters to their No Mod 1 rosters. Let's see if anybody can get an FC. I mean, that would be insane, an FC on the tiebreaker. This is Core of Spark, Dash the Heart. Pretty lengthy pick, just under 6 minutes, 6.49 stars, 7 No Mods. You do see the hidden on X-Kirito. We'll see how that works out for Brazil. 195 BPM, so it should be pretty comfy for most everyone. Relatively consistent difficulty, a lot of aim required in this one. But you just got to keep your nerves. That is the most important thing. This late in the map, nerves can play a huge role. Any little bit of shakiness can sink or swim. We're underway here. So much on the line here. Spot in the quarterfinals for one of these teams. Whoever wins this tiebreaker. I'm nervous for them here. Just about shaking myself. This has been such an incredible back and forth match that's been so close. One of the best matches I've seen in quite some time. Going to tiebreaker as the logical conclusion. Logical confusion. And we're gonna head into the first chorus. No breaks yet. And it's going to be X Kirito with some misaim on those back and forth jumps, but Komachi Baka with the misaim as well. 3 FCs to 3. Both teams suffering a break early and just before that first chorus here. All of the Nomad players hanging on just fine other than Komachi Baka, so 3 FCs to 3. X Kirito, of course, was the hero of that Nomad 1 with the FC. He will not be the hero here. No FC to come from him this time. And Tusk with a break for Brazil. That was just a misstep. I don't know what he broke on. You hate to see it happen. But that's really not good for Brazil now. Oh, but Kinoro comes back with a break for Russia, so it's going to just be dead even once again. Okinotori, DJ Iban with the FCs. Okinotori still assessing, but Defans and Akanehime both FCing, both assessing for Brazil. The accuracy on all these players is absolutely quite remarkable. A small lead for Russia, but it's so close still. Almost halfway through, and maybe 5,000 points separating teams. Defans with a slider break. We'll see if Russia can maybe take advantage of that one. He slider breaks away the SS. That's so sad to see. Just before halfway through, and DJ Iban and Okinotori now poised to try to run away with this one for Russia. Combo lead with the double FC on the Russian side. Okinotori still with the SS. DJ Iban just the 1x100. Performing incredibly well on this very straightforward aim-based tiebreaker. Oh, this is going to be so close, but Russia with the advantage. 2 FCs against 1. That's a solid amount of combo, about 800 combo between Defans and those FCs. Where are we going to see the next break? Could be very important. If we see one of those FCs break from Russia, this could get very interesting again in a hurry, but for right now, they're going to build that lead up just a bit. Over 100,000 points here. Oh, and there's a break from X Kirito. But a break from Kinoro. Oh, and a break from Defans as well. Okinotori and DJ Iban. Okinotori still with the SS alive. Russia with 180,000 points to the good in their favor. We're going to come into the last quarter of the map with Russia holding onto a sizable lead. Brazil's got to hope that Russia finds a couple of breaks at a really bad time now, because there's not a lot of map left to go for them to try and make a comeback in. Kanehime with the FC, but it's just not going to matter at this rate. Russia has to completely collapse in this last chorus. Some more big jumps. Okinotori breaks his SS. Okay. The door might be open just a little bit. No, it is not. Oh, Kanehime breaks. That might have just sealed the fate of Brazil. That might have just given Russia the victory. You can see him very upset with that miss. Not a lot of combo for Brazil to try and work with now that their 1 FC is off the table. DJ Iban with the FC still intact, and Komachi Baka with nearly a 1,200 combo. Russia gonna be taking this one, it looks like. All but finished now. Brazil praying for a miracle, but I don't think there's gonna be one forthcoming for them. DJ Eben just too strong here with this full combo. Kamachi Baka with the huge backing combo. Okino Tori with the big combo until it's break. This is just Russia eking out every last bit of advantage that they can here. And they're going to take this one in a tiebreaker. Absolutely heartbreaking for Brazil, who did everything they could in this match, but just are going to come up that short of 500,000 points. And that's going to do it. Russia, your victors on the tiebreaker, 6-5, the final score. The FC comes in from DJ Eben to carry them onward into the quarterfinals. What an incredible match from both of these teams. Absolutely amazing stuff. I feel fortunate to have been a part of that match at all. Russia with the 6-5 advance onward to the quarterfinals. They'll face the Netherlands in what is sure to be another great matchup. Brazil, unfortunately, are going to drop down to the losers bracket, victims of the Russian juggernaut on the tiebreaker. Brazil will face off against the winner of Chile versus Germany. And that was a hell of a match, guys. GG well played to both of these teams. Absolutely amazing stuff. Russia with the tiebreaker FC from DJ Eben advancing onward. Congratulations to them. Well played. What a match from both of these rosters as we get to see just a supreme display of skill from both teams. I think Brazil can use, I think, some confidence out of that one. They really pushed Russia all the way to the brink. Russia just a little bit stronger in that last match. Brazil will drop down to losers bracket, but I think they are going to be able to make a solid run. Russia, meanwhile, showing why they're always one of the top teams in this tournament, advancing onward in the winners bracket. Well done to them.